Another episode on the City Golf. We have a list that I haven't touched. But seeing that there's still a few things I want to do before tuning, and I'm very much on the fence of getting injectors, and Jamil is extremely busy, so I'm gonna carry on doing things that is on this list. I know I said cut the bump stops, but I'm gonna cut the bump stops, and I'm putting my hopper springs back. I did want to raise the car a little bit, front and back, and I do have a traction bar, sway bar, whatever bar you want to call it. So I'm gonna jack the car up, check what's happening underneath. Again, the downpipe, I want to make a modification to the heat trap on it. It's touching, so it kind of tore, but I'm gonna get the car up. I'm not gonna film jacking the car up many times. Just gonna get it up onto the stands, and then we can take it from there. Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna do the easiest thing first, which is a strut brace. This is a strut brace. I ordered it. I'll put the guy's contact details on the screen. I think from Joburg to Cape Town it was like 350. I cheaped out a bit, and not only cheaped out, I wanted to support somebody small instead of, like, you know, a Goldwagen Dalleray. They big, they have a big following. The small little support of buying something this cheap. I think it was 280, 120 for shipping. Helps a small company. I know I own a small business. So yeah, this guy, it's a CSS. I'll put his details up in the description below, and his number on the screen. I cannot film an unboxing because I broke my phone stand for my tripod. I have ordered another one, but it's, you know, Timu's a plug. So I'm going to try to film a lot of it. I'm going to unbox this, and I'll show you guys when it's unboxed. Unboxed. Pretty decent build, but if you guys want it, you saw the contact details. This is the guy's walls. Walls is decent. It's painted alright. It has some adjustment on this side. See, that side it doesn't. So yeah, I'm gonna fit this. It's literally just, I think it's a 17 on each side for the control arms. I'm gonna remove those and just literally place it and bolt it in. Not gonna show you guys, don't have a tripod. This is my bar. As you can see, it goes, it fits alright. I suppose the Dalleray one would be a little bit of a better fit, but that's the gap between the outer J and the bar. It's not touching. I don't see my motor moving. These mounts are as solid as it can be. I think it's a bit too solid, but it's as solid as it can be. This is what I was saying about the downpipe, because it's touching to the heat trap, and that bolt is also touching somewhere. I'm not sure why I put it like that, but I'm going to move it around so it can face up. But this is my bar installed. I'm pretty happy with it. It was simple. 2 18 mils, one here, one there, bolts out, bar there, bolts in. I'm happy, that's done. But let's go to the blackboard. Finally, ticking something off. Next is helper springs. Let me find the helper springs first. I've removed the one. I need to remove the other wheel, and we can see what we need to do to get the helper spring in. Okay, so I started on the coilovers. I thought I could maybe take the spring out like this and then put the helper. I thought wrong. There's the helpers. This is a coilover. So it actually has to come completely out before we can put the helpers in. So I have to take the whole shock out. Hopefully camber. I'm going to try to keep the camber in place. Hopefully I do. And then I see that. Put that on correctly. But yeah, let me do that. Show you guys when I'm done. Yeah. Okay, so I got the shock out. It's a Golf, so it's literally as easy as it can be. Take this off. Then the helper goes on. Yeah. But before I do that, here's your bump stop. I think I'm gonna cut the bump stop just to play it safe. Let me just see how big it is actually. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut one of this off. It does look like it was making contact. Cut this off, put this back, put the rubber board back, and then I'll assemble it, but I'll show you guys when I'm done. Okay, so I'm a driving justice driver, but I feel that it's a Golf, so that helpers made a difference. Yeah, it's not as bouncy, it's not as hard. That's really at the bottom. but I feel the difference. It was very hard and I wouldn't say bouncy, but just hard. Everything was hard. And now
It doesn't feel like
it's still bouncy, but it's not bottoming out. Yeah, like Justin just said, it's not bottoming out. The bar on feels good, especially when you're spinning wheels. And you don't have to first reverse. There's no need to do that. That is a really good burnout, my brother. That is a very, really good burnout. So yeah, as we just said now, like with a bar, doing even the burnout, it doesn't feel like the car's wanting to pull left to right, left to right. It actually feels like it's holding. So when it's pulling, it is holding. So I think the bar is exactly what I needed. Like I said, the helpers helped quite a bit. I raised it. I'm not sure if you can see the difference. I didn't raise it a lot, but I raised it enough. And then we're going to do the backs now. I'm going to raise the back just to have it kind of slanting forward a little bit. But otherwise, I think I am happy with the little bit of adjustments that we've done now. I do want to sort out the handbrake because Jason did a very good burnout and he pulled it up. But when I pull it up, then I just can't get it right on the track. Alright, so after testing, burnouts, this is where we're at. That's where we're at. In the CV, I don't know what I decided to do, but I decided it's not going to live anymore. So I bought a VAG. I wanted a milli in the CV, but I didn't have, so I bought a VAG because I need to get the car driving. I'm going to see how the VAG is and if it lasts. I do need to get another set of drive shafts for this car because it just doesn't play along with me. But you have seen me assemble CVs already. Same thing. I'm going to put the inner CV on, make sure that everything is good. I think it possibly could have broken because this bolt was loose when I removed it. I could have removed it with my hand, so maybe it was moving or something and it shot the CV loose. I could possibly use the CV again, but I'm just going to replace it with another one because it has a dent in it, and then see how it goes. I need to get the car back on the ground because we need to get it ready for tuning. Maybe in this episode, we'll see. Another clip, another day. You guys saw I had a CV problem again. Honestly, I can't tell you what is the problem with the CVs. I wish I could. They just keep on giving in, as I said. I wish I could actually get down to it. But in the meanwhile, I had a gearbox oil leak, which I thought was a CV cup, because the last time I had replaced the CV cup seal, but wasn't that the speedo gear just worked itself loose. And then I also had a knocking noise. The gearbox mount worked itself loose, the bolts. So that was my knocking noise. And then I think I finally got it dialed into a point where it's perfect. Let me show you guys. Lighting's not so good as I thought for this garage, but this is it. That's the front, that's the rear. That's how I feel the car is absolutely best it has been with the coilies. I was very much on the urge to remove the coilies, but I think it's time to keep it. I got it dialed in right. I am going to have it checked out and see if we can get it a little bit better, but you guys will see. So yeah, I'm going to take you guys with me on a little ride along. I'm going to go fetch a little treat for the golf. I just got a new phone mount, so I'm not sure how's it going to work and how's it going to go. I'm going to try my best.
On my neck, the bracelet match is a set. My brother named is $10 stop all that back and forth over the net. My mama wish I would've went corporate, she wish I would've went exec. I still turn to a CEO, so the lifestyle she respect. Hey, 2 sprinters to Quebec, Chef Lee, Boo, and Montbec. They only giving niggas +1, so I never pull up to the Met. You know I gotta bring the set. You know I gotta bring the G block. You know I gotta bring the D block. Cause you know how sticky it get. Ay. 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 She want me to play with that cat. Ay. She love how I'm making her wet. Ay. You know how sticky it get. Ay. Hey yo, Eric, bring them girls to the stage. Cause somebody's getting paid. And free big slime out the cage. Shorty try to play it cool, but now she wish she would've stayed. Cause every song that I made is ringing like I got engaged. All my guys I wouldn't trade. From the cradle to the grave. Hey, Porto got me on a wave. And got me on a wave. Couple hits, now you brave. Wait, you niggas better behave. All that pumping up your chest. All that talk about the best. You know how sticky it. Yeah. If I'm with two of them, then it's a threesome. If she alone, you know she a freak one. If it's an escort, it's a police one. King of the hill, you know it's a steep one. If we together, you know it's a brief one. Back in the ocean, you go, it's a deep one. Forgave niggas and they feelings. Lucky for y'all, we don't do civilians. You say I changed, I say that I'm million. I did. The toughest actor follows back on tour. Off-road, made back, Pyrex, trap, Virgil came back through the boy. Damn. That's something to me, niggas really had they back turned to me. I ain't talking my assistant when I say niggas down to pack something for me. Then they thought they had a trap set for me. How you really think that went for me? Niggas gotta do a fact check for me. When everything is put to rest, and everybody takes a breath, and everything gets addressed, it's you alone with your regrets. All that pumping up your chest, all that talk about the best. You know how sticky it gets.
Okay, so you saw we went to go fetch a little surprise. This wasn't supposed to be in this episode. I was actually planning on revealing it in another episode. We got injectors, 550s with adapters. I'm not going to show you now. But the reason why I'm showing you is because we finally got the message to say, come tune. Been waiting for a long time. I get it. Jamil was extremely busy. 2-3 weeks. Yeah, a long time, but it's happening. I wanted to make a whole episode on the dyno process, but it doesn't seem like there's going to be as much information from Jamil, especially because we're not tuning from scratch. The tune is already on the ECU. We're just editing a little bit of blocks on the tune, and I don't think a whole episode is going to be long enough to even upload. It'll probably be like 5 minutes. So we're all going to head to the workshop. We're all going to tune. Let's show you guys some before and some after figures.
Don't argue with Uncle. Don't come along, what is this statement? Now.
Alright, so at this point I was really hoping for before the Mark IV made 159 kilowatts and about 329 newton meters of torque with a curved is set up and the standard injectors. Jamil was extremely busy, so we couldn't really play around and do it before or anything as such. So I just got there and installed injectors. I'll scale it and let's tune the car. The injectors are 550s. They came with adapters to adapt them to the ME7.5 injector plug, so it was plug and play, simple. 2 5mm balls, pull it out, a couple of circlips, and injectors was in. This is me just bolting it up. And then once it was installed, you'll see now shortly. We checked for leaks and Jamil got to doing what he does best, and that is tuning the car. So sorry guys for no before. I will try and find the dyno sheet of the Mark IV. We're gonna go with that as in a before all the modifications to the motor and to the setup. It should relatively be the same power, possibly less but not more in power. Just check if it's leaking. Wait, Justin. Okay, go. More. Okay. It is not leaking. This is it guys, this is where we're at. This is a moment we've been waiting for the longest time, and that is to get the car tuned. I did hope that we could get it before, like I said, but we're gonna take what we get. The lights is different colors, I know that, but we're gonna take what we get. I'm gonna give you the injectors is in. We're gonna do 1 or 2 power ups and then see. I say 168 kilowatts. Let me know in the comments what you think the car is gonna make. I go with 168. I would say 290, 300 Newton meters torque.
So what? It's a 155. 155, yeah. On the first pull. 155. I'm gonna go with that, yeah.
worrying, that's very worrying.
What was the torque now?
300.
Okay, nah, that was definitely like a spike buzz.
Spiky. 320, possibly.
Serious?
Yeah, maybe. Highest spike 320.
Oh, it's very soft, bro. Oh, it's not loud. It's actually crackling.
For a one box setup, it's perfect.
Shot of him. Well, not, you don't see his face, but you see the laptop open and then.
Not bad. Not bad. It's a bad. 172 boys. 317.
I think it was making about close to 300 on the Mark 4. I think this guy say 168,
160 something.
175, 322, 175, 322.
That's what is gonna be final. Clutch him and go, bro.
Wow, 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 wow. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to say. But I will say, guys, my apologies for not uploading weekly as I did. And I do want to start this whole outro by saying, always chase your dreams. Like, your dreams might change, but chase your dreams. Make sure you knock them and you accomplish everything you always dreamed of. This poem of mine from small, not exactly as, but as I grew and owned many cars, this was my dream car as a youngster. But let's start off here. Blackboard. We have about 4 things in total to do on the board. 4 things. And that's adjust clutch pedal, boost gates, rev counter. I have not figured it out yet. It's much more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Brakes, I have not done yet. Only reason being the brakes has been working perfectly fine. I don't feel the need right now to upgrade the brakes, but I haven't been hammering the car or hammering the brakes as a tractor or anything like that. So this is where the Mark 1 build is at. Let's address the elephant in the room. So I'm sure a lot of you guys saw the car is for sale, as is with all the extras that I've bought for the respray. 80,000 Rand is what I'm asking for the car. I feel that is a decent price, seeing what all went into the car and what it costs to do something like this. We're gonna have an episode where I'll break it down of the costs of everything, but for now, the car is for sale. It's more a feeler than anything else. If I don't get my price for the car, I'll keep the car. Reason why I'm selling the car, or I'm wanting to sell the car, it's really not practical. I have the Seat, as you saw, which is also a major project. I do kind of need a daily, and I won't say a daily where it needs to be an old boring slow car. It just needs to be comfortable, and the Golf I built not out of impulse, but because the Mark IV was there. The car was never ever meant at this point to be what it is. It was meant to be a staunch daily, good set of wheels, a good paint job, and just lower daily. This was a 1.4 at the time. The Mark IV was heavier on petrol. With everything transpiring, I opted to do this conversion. I don't regret it at all. I've learned so much just from doing all this work. I've stepped my game up as a car builder, let's call a YouTube car builder, tenfold in what I was before this car, what I knew before this car. But at this point of my life, I do feel that it's time to. I would like to complete this list and spray the car over, because that's something I wanted to learn for a very long time, a complete respray. But I feel time to take a back step and re-look at something else. Chase my goal. My goal is to build cars. That's my dream. I've wanted to live for a very long time. And invest into my company, which is car detailing. I would like to do more. I would like to offer more. I would like to sell more items, and the only way I can do that is sell this car or the Seat. And I don't feel I'm ready to sell the Seat. I've developed a slight form of attachment to it, which you'll see in the Seat series. But this car, I'm probably gonna cry when it goes, but I think it's time. You get the time in your life where you need to be an adult and make adult decisions, and this is just not falling along my path and my journey to achieve my goals. But on that note, 172.8 kilowatts, 312 Newton meters of torque. I'll put the Dyno sheet up right here. The torque is very much capable. I would say 350, between 350 and 370. I did not want that. I begged Jamil, please cap the torque. Because the torque comes in from your boost spike. When that boost spike happens, the car spins. Even with the tires being off, it just spins. And I feel that is so unpractical. Like, why would anybody want? Yes, it's fun for your wheels to spin, but why would you want to build a car that you can't drive, that you can't put the power down? Like, you can make 1,000 horsepower, but if you're not going to invest to put the power down on your gearbox, suspension, and so forth. So I capped it, and the lowest we could cap it at was 312 Newton meters of torque, which I was happy with. The car still spins, but it's much more controllable. 172 kilowatts, bear in mind the complete set, not the complete setup, this motor with ECU made 159 in the Mark IV, as I said in the previous clips. I can't tell you the torque exactly, we can't find a dyno sheet or the video or anything. All I did, I changed the turbo, put a KO4001, which is like 1.5 mils bigger than the KO3S. I put 550 injectors in because the standard injectors was, it was kind of like at 100% duty, not 100 but I think 98% duty at 159. And then the difference, the exhaust is completely different. So we have 76 mil right through. The Mark IV had like 76 mil downpipe, and then the 57 mil middle section, and then one in here, 63 mil powerful box. It was a whole bunch of absolute shit, if I must be honest. The intercooler setup is same intercooler, relatively similar piping. The piping from the intercooler, the throttle body is a little shorter. I don't see that being a big difference. And some of the diameters has changed. The inlet is also very much different. The Mark IV had a standard airbox. But otherwise everything is still relatively the same ECU. So I'm happy with the power that at 172.8 kilowatts in such a light body, you're knocking a lot of things on the road. Like it scares me, so I don't play on the road a lot because it's been winter and it's wet. The semis is terrible in wet. But the car goes extremely well. So yeah, this has been a video that has been coming on for weeks. I don't know if I've lost interest or, like in South Africa would say, I lost pluck. But I tried to get it back. I think selling the car would bring that back because, yeah, like I said, I've achieved my goal with this car. Not fully, but the main goal I've achieved, and I think it's time for the next person to enjoy it. So, on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this entire video. Sad. Who knows what, maybe it's not sad, maybe the car never goes. If I don't get my price, I'm not selling it. I don't need to sell it. I would like to sell it. I hope you guys enjoyed the content from this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I am planning on getting back into weekly releases. I need your help to do that. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you are interested in buying a Golf, I'll put my number up in the corner. Give me a call. I'm open to have a conversation. I would love to have a conversation. But like I said, 80,000 Rand, guys, I'm not willing to negotiate by much. My price is my price. That's what I feel is reasonably worth it for the car. And if not, go build your own and see what it costs you. But peace out. I'll catch you guys in the next one.